Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Billy Ho Sports. Continuing coverage for Kentucky Derby 151. Kentucky Oaks is tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit of both today. I decided to do an Oaks Derby combination of the major stakes races on each undercard for each day. So several races included, and just wanted to fill everybody in on progress. The Kentucky Derby tip sheet is being distributed for just a $5 donation via Venmo, PayPal, or actually, if you didn't have those, Steven didn't, but I sent him the link to buy me a coffee. That link's in the description, and he went on there and bought old Billy Ho a couple cups of coffee. So I appreciate you very much, Steven. He's got his tip sheet. It's loaded with picks, trip notes, basic wagering advice. I'll give you a little sample taste of it during the show today. Updates and scratches to follow Saturday morning after, obviously that's released. And Friday morning at 9 a.m. is the deadline for the Kentucky Derby to move anybody like that Baeza to get in. So if nobody scratches prior, or if any horses scratches after 9 a.m., it doesn't matter. It's just a 19 horse field. So keep an eye on that. If you want the sheet and you do send a donation before you email me, include your email address in the notes or something so I know who you are. And stick around because we're actually going to spin the wheel for some prizes today. The one prize that will be a part of this video and the previous couple videos is that 1998 gold pin you see in the background. That contest is live. So subscribe to the channel first, free and easy to do. Then you leave a comment in the comment section with your Kentucky Oaks, Kentucky Derby double. Use the hashtag BHS, like and share the video, and you are in. Check the news feed if I have any updates for you. You'll see it ticking across the bottom. We're going to start with Oaks Day, and the first tip is free. Don't listen to anybody trying to tell you what the weather's going to do tomorrow, whether it's going to be, you can look at your own forecast. Just go to the Weather Channel and look at the radar in Louisville, Kentucky, and it'll tell you what you can do. Generally, it's right. Downtown Louisville is not that far from Churchill Downs, and that's the marker. So, yes, we've had some rain this week, but it hasn't rained all week like some people think. Quick downpour here or there. Actually, yesterday it was supposed to rain a lot, and it broke up right in the middle of the day. Rain coming in from the west, moving northeast, typically splits off at the Ohio River. So it'll go north or south of us. A lot of times the storm systems just fall apart altogether like they did yesterday. Hopefully that does that again today because I looked at the radar and the storms come up and then they just start disappearing. So we'll see what happens. But my advice, just have a plan B in place if it's sloppy or if it's fast or if the races on the turf are pulled. So we'll start with race 6, the Alley Shiva, and we're going to jump over and look at some past performances. So let's do it now. Okay, so our first race we're going to discuss here is race number 6 tomorrow. That is the Alley Shiva Grade 2, and you can see the prime power up here. We see we got these two heavyweight contenders, Fierceness and Locked, going head to head in this one. Going to be a big one. You can see Fierceness has a big edge on the prime power numbers, but we'll take a look and see if that's what we think or not. Katona, we're going to pass on. Locked, and as you can see, Todd Pletcher, Jose Ortiz, really good Santa Anita handicap win. He's a big sweeping move around the turn, going into a really snail's pace for Santa Anita, a 1.25 mile race, going away by 8 over Express Train and Hit Show as well. You saw what Hit Show did in Dubai, so pretty solid effort there. This is going to be a really good race. I don't know which way to go here. The previous race, you can see the at Gulfstream, it was the Pegasus World Cup. He lost to White Barrio in that race, but the Cigar Mile was kind of the telling one for me because it had a little bit better pace to it. He got the 102. It's going a mile, which is just a tick slower, 16th shorter than we're going, even though one turn at Aqueduct. But you could see how he closed out a really good horse named Mulligan, who we'll discuss here in a little bit in another race. So locked and loaded, the gun runner colt is Todd Pletcher's pride and joy as of right now with no Derby contenders. So Hall of Fame, pretty solid one here. Steve Asmussen, Joel Rosario, the 104 lost to Touch Upon a Star. Race he probably should have won, but just didn't have enough kick down the step or stretch, but kept on pretty well. The mine shaft was a pretty solid win. Previous to that, he's got some good stuff. He did flop a little bit last year at Fairgrounds, but you can see he bounced back in a big way. Turning four, he's another gun runner, half brother to Locked, and now we have Fierceness. Obviously this was just such a huge effort. He probably needed 6 months off after this one. I mean, he was just all out going in a furious pace, and then was just run down at the end by Sierra Leone, and he did kind of yield toward the end. He was probably just gassed out going a mile and a quarter, so he's definitely going to appreciate this distance, and he will absolutely blast off full send and balls to the wall here. So it's going to be danger on the dance floor for anybody trying to catch this dude down the stretch. And I'm pretty sure Mike Rapoli is going to be looking to dazzle the crowd at Churchill Downs since he failed to do so last year at this time. So Fierceness, obviously solid. Most Wanted is a pretty decent one, but I think a cut below. There really isn't any anymore. Did run a couple of big races last year, but it's just kind of not going to do it for me there. So basically, what I amount to is it's going to be 1-2 Locked and Fierceness for me. Fierce and Locked. I think if Fierceness breaks well and he's sharp and ready, he could absolutely decimate all. I don't think anybody. I don't even think Locked can catch him. I don't think we've seen Locked at his best yet either. So I'm going to be seriously interested in what's going to happen in that next race there. So moving on to the next, we are going to hit up, I believe it is race 7, and that is the La Troyanne, another one with just 3 horses in it, basically. And it's obviously Torpedo Anna's returned to Churchill Downs to kind of celebrate her winning, but she's going to be tested. Don't get me wrong. Now, she has not been. She's got 2 races under her belt already, both graded stakes wins at Oaklawn Park. So she's got the jump on her competition big time. Kenny McPeak's going to have her charged and ready. He doesn't, him and Brian Hernandez. I mean, McPeak has rendered judgment, but that horse has zero chance. So this is his pride and joy right here coming in. Torpedo Anna, Brian Hernandez as well hooking up. So this horse is, I mean, ran a +11 and +13 pace in the Apple Blossom and didn't even look like she was breaking a sweat. Free Like a Girl was chasing both times. Free Like a Girl probably not going to get there for second this time around. Wouldn't mind seeing it though. Like I said, pass. These are the two Chad Brown entries, 4 and 5 randomized, and Raging Sea. Raging Sea has not run since she tried to keep up with Torpedo Anna, but Torpedo Anna put her away easily. Really, she's no match. She won every other race that Torpedo Anna passed on, so she was racking up grade ones and grade twos along the way. But she was beat by stablemate randomized way back in the Phipps. So both of these horses are very good, 2 different styles. I don't know how Chad Brown's going to treat it. Maybe I would say randomized is going to be the one that's going to be not like a rabbit, but she's going to be out on the lead trying to pressure. I don't really know what Torpedo Anna's going to do, if she'll react to the other two, or she's just going to say, "Piss on y'all, I'm blowing y'all out. See ya." So we'll see what happens with those two, but they're not. I don't think they beat Anna today, and then you would just put key her on top with these two in an exacta box and put whatever on it you want, and just hope for the best. And if by some miracle she gets beat by one of these two and runs second, you'll get a little bit better of a payday. So that's how I feel about that. That is your La Troyanne. We're going to go to race 8, which is the Modesty. And interesting here, sometimes it's really, you just kind of have to stumble on it. But this horse right here, if you have my tip sheet, Pin Up Betty, she's cross entered in both. She's entered to tomorrow in this race, and then she's entered in the other race in another race on Derby Day. So I don't know which one she's going to go with, but I feel the same about her in both races. So same thing with this race as the other race. This one is the mile and an eighth Modesty, and I think she's probably in a little bit better spot here, but she feels pretty is going to blow them away. So I feel really strong about she feels pretty. The two give me another is and eight Saffron Moon both ran 1-2 in the Hillsboro at Tampa last out. They both shot up the gut with Saffron Moon leading the way. So both of those are solid underneath uses. With the right trip, they may have a chance. But when you get down here and there's Pinup Betty, and that's Mike Maker, Juan Hernandez, and she's just great. This Miss Revere right here was a bad trip. She bobbled out of the gate, which they don't tell you that, but she was humming around the turn, getting ready for turn and burn time, going down the stretch, and she got cut off and had to check up bad, and then just kind of moped home for sixth. But she has good Churchill Downs vibes going back down here, back to back wins, breaks her maiden, and then hits the regret at this distance. So that's where I see horse for course. She could be double digit odds. I think it's a good win place show play for fun betting. Like if you're a casual fan, I want to see a long shot come in. Throw five across the board on Pinup Betty. Take a shot. Now, later on down the road here, we're going to get to She Feels Pretty, Sherry DeVoe, Johnny V. This horse is just really good. I don't call her a monster, but she's just really good. The American Oaks, she's had 4 months to freshen off this race that she really didn't have to kick it too hard on. But it was a really fast opening pace that she got to close into, going a mile and a quarter. So just a little bit of cutback in distance. She's just all over it with this one. So I think she's locked and loaded to win. And then you have Saffron Moon, who we mentioned. And you always have to pay attention to Chad Brown and Flavian Pratt when they hook up, because those two are tough customers. The Hillsboro was a good race. Saffron Moon got the drop and won the race. So be on the lookout. But my best bet probably might be of the day, but it's one of the best bets is She Feels Pretty, head and shoulders above. Uh, then, like I said, the long shot special, Pinup Betty. She is cross entered, so if she goes in this one, you'll know right away, and then you can drop that win place show bet on her. And then we're going to move right along into race number 9, which is the 8 Bells. Great race. I won this race last year with My Main Squeeze, and it was a really fun race to watch. My Main Squeeze we'll talk about also coming up soon. I mean, the card both days is just it's so exponentially better than last year's, just with the quality of competition and the amount of good horses coming in. You're getting Torpedo Anna, you're getting Locked, you're getting Fierceness, you're getting Bob Baffert back. You're just getting everything you could ever want in a weekend of racing. So let's get after it. The 7 furlong, 8 bells is for 3-year-olds, fillies. And what we're looking at is a really good horse. Actually, I thought I was going to get tunnel vision on this one in a minute, and I'll explain why. But later, I started with the number 1 in prime power Verity. This is Owen Hardy. If you recall back on the Derby Trail, Owen Hardy had a really good run of bringing like turf to dirt, like all weather to dirt type surface switches. And he had 2 major Derby prep wins, and with 2 different horses, but neither of which actually made it to the Derby. But this one here, Verity looked very good, switching over to the dirt at Keeneland in the Beaumont in the slop. So keep an eye on the weather. And she rolled by 5. Just really looked good. So Vincent Chaminade, don't sleep on him. The connections of jockey trainer combo of Hardy and Chaminade may take a little money off, but the Godolphin name still reigns true. So Verity, definitely a top choice. Kimchi Cat, no thanks. No thanks. Blue Fire, no thanks. Now we're getting down to some horses to use. Rod Brissett, Flavian Pratt, Impulse Buy, very good horse. Fern Creek, just coming up in class though, a little bit. Needs to play some catch up, just a little bit. But does have 4 races. 2 out of 4 and two second place wins, but just winning minor stakes races, nothing graded yet. So probably third on my list, even though it's listed second. But this was the one, Eclatant, Brad Cox, Luis Saez. I'm on record saying Luis Saez is going to have an absolutely fabulous weekend, even though he doesn't have a Kentucky Derby mount. He's got the best mounts of any other race on both cards. This is one of them. He can get going here. Goldenrod, she was third behind Good Cheer and Quiet Side, who are 1-1A in a lot of people's books for the Kentucky Oaks later that day. And she was just wasn't any match for those two. But then she came back in February in the Forward Gal and just really impressed with the close here over the rest, and the Queen's MG, who was definitely a contender at one time. And you can see by the italics, Queen's MG went out and won her next. So that's always a good one. She was bumped at the start and turned, but she just plowed home down the stretch. So this one I think is good. Now, what I will say, point out when I'll go back up here to Verity real quick. You can see Verity is I like to look at these mud stats. 19% is good. Now, what you want to look for in mud stats is the lower number of starts. See, that's 399 starts. One with 2,500 or 1,300 starts is a little bit more diluted, a little bit more noisy, but the lower the amount of starts, like 399, is really good. So this one is definitely, obviously already proved it. So I don't think she's going to fly under the radar by any means. But I'll probably key the 12 on top and then with the 5 and the 10. But if the 5 goes off at like 3-1, 7-2 or better, win place bet on that one, and we'll just see what happens. So now that's the card actually for Oaks. So let's do something special and do some giveaways. Spin the wheel. All right, congratulations to at Debbie Edelin 9322 and at Rudy Betta. Email me at BILLYAH35 at yahoo.com with your shipping address, and I will send you your prize. I like that because Rudy Betta emailed me to get your prize. So you're not taking away from somebody else that really wants the prize. So I appreciate you all joining me for this video.